Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real for the month of May 2022, baby. The gas prices are high, the movies are good, and the summer is hot, baby. Economic downturn? Perhaps. Who can say? We're going to find out on this podcast. No, we're not. Hello there, everybody. My name is George. We have a movie podcast here. I'm here with Ryan Lance. Ryan is here to talk about the hottest topics on why are gas prices so high?
Oh, God.
And what are your thoughts on men? Ryan, how are you doing?
I mean, good?
Great. Love it. Fantastic. Carrie, what's up?
I'm fine. I've heard Joe Biden has something to do with
That
it.
guy, you know. Oh,
but
man.
he keeps insisting that he is not the president, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I was trying to think of a bad movie. Yeah, well, never mind. I got a joke. Okay, let's run back to folks.
All right.
Here's a joke. Okay. Firestarter. I did that. You know, like a sticker. That's the joke. You know, imagine a poster of Firestarter, but like somebody put a Joe Biden. I did that sticker to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what we're in for, folks. Hello there, everybody. This one's a little bit late, as it always is. Haha. I promise you, folks, we do record these as soon as we can. Just busy. But yeah, May. Summer hasn't technically started, even when we're recording this. When's the first day of summer? It's not current.
23rd.
Next
20. It's always the 23rd.
There you go.
Is when the seasons change because equinoxes.
Right.
But May might as well be summer for me. And so George summer movies have
Summer
started.
Game Fest is over, and yet summer hasn't even
That's
started.
weird. That is weird.
Come
how
on,
that-
Jeff.
That's bullshit.
Jeffrey,
I know, right?
Jeffrey, come on now. We got some movies here to talk about. Not all of them. I mean, I'm just stuck on Firestarter. I was gonna say not all of them are the highest quality, but some of them are all right, actually. The first movie here might as well have been 5 eons ago, and that is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, baby. Directed by one Samuel Raimi, starring Benedict Cumberbatch. You got Elizabeth Olsen on there. You got Benedict Wong. You got the whole Marvel gang, and maybe some surprises. You know what I'm saying? Oh, could say Jim from The Office. What? That's crazy. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's a new Doctor Strange movie following No Way Home. It's a Sam Raimi Doctor Strange movie. Elizabeth Olsen's pissed.
Yeah.
She's really mad.
She's mad because you guys didn't watch WandaVision.
That is exactly.
Oh,
I watched
shit.
4 episodes. I saw up to the one where they got to do the magic show, and I still didn't.
WandaVision was a very good show until like the last 2 episodes because they abandoned like the like each episode is like a era of television.
Oh, the
gimmick.
bit they get. Oh yeah,
The bit, and then it just became 2
Just a
wizards
show.
fighting in the sky. And
Gotcha.
It was terrible.
Okay, great. Well,
well.
following from the events of that, I'm told that Wanda was having a bad time. She's continuing to have a bad time in this movie, where we find her where she's doing a lot of uncool things, like trying to. She's trying to go to a reality where her kids, so she can have her kids.
Mhm.
But I forgot. I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. I forgot what she was trying. What?
She didn't have her kids in this universe, so she wanted to travel to a universe where she had her kids, so she needed to kill or suck the powers out of Miss
America Chavez.
America Chavez, yeah, Miss
Yes.
America.
Who can
Because-
teleport to other?
Yeah, she has the power to travel between parallel universes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that movie.
And
Ryan.
Doctor Strange is like, no, you don't.
Exactly.
And then fun adventures await.
Ryan Lance, what do you think of this movie?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah?
For like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
so put that like I liked it a lot, asterisk, for a Marvel movie. Because like it gets to the point, you know?
Sure.
It just gets to it. There's no like waiting around, and yeah, it gets to the point. It's weird. The visuals are very wacky, and a lot of the fan service stuff, which usually annoys me, didn't bother me as much this time because it was just over and done with very quickly. Granted, I was sorry to spoil the movie.
It's very
but-
old at this
But
point.
like But like when Jim from The Office shows up and like the crowd gasps because it's an actor they know, that's
Weird.
That's very weird.
It's
But
true, I
like
guess.
I got no foot to stand up for that. I freak the
Yeah.
hell out when I see people I like. I'm like, yes! It's Matt Nicholson. I knew he was going to be in this movie, but I'm still excited.
But then no one cared about
Mr. Fantastic?
no.
Patrick Stewart? No.
No, people cared about that.
Haley Atwell?
No, people cared about that.
Uh,
Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Everyone was like, who's this fucking
Who's
clown
that old
ass?
man? He's like, it's me, the pizza popper.
A lot of people
or
were
whatever.
pissed about that
I
part.
forgot about that. That was awesome.
That was great.
It's over.
That's
That
fantastic.
was
I
hilarious.
know.
I liked that.
It was probably one of the better end credit scenes they ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie, what'd you think of this? You're not a big Marvel person. You enjoy
Yeah.
Sam Raimi. All
I
right.
like Sam Raimi a lot. I don't know. I thought that this movie had some like shining moments that were insane and wonderful, but I don't give a shit about the rest of the movie at all.
It's kind of bad, I think, but it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't care about Scarlet Witch. I didn't care about America Chavez. I didn't care. I did. I'm sorry.
I
It's
don't
like,
care.
I don't care. It's like, here's our Marvel movie. We've got some fun stuff in it. But it's just like, I don't know. Maybe if it wasn't a Marvel movie and I just watched it, I'd be like, that was fine. But it's just, it all feels so.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think
Funny.
it's the Sam Raimi just like goofy fun stuff that makes me
Yeah, that's
feel
the stuff that
like,
we're-
yeah,
that's the stuff
I like that. That's pretty good.
all the practical, weird, really.
Yeah, all the weird violence.
All the weird
violence,
All
yeah.
the horror elements. Like that sequence where they're going through those tunnels or whatever, and Scarlet Witch is chasing after them, and she looks like a fucking demon.
Yes.
That
yeah,
was awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, all the weird horror, all the brutal deaths are awesome and great. All the tacky superhero-ness of it, because Sam Raimi when he made superhero movies, he made very cheeky comic book era fucking comic book movies. Like Spider-Man
Yeah.
is a comic book ass comic
Yes,
book
it
movie,
is.
and this is adjacent. It's not like the typical self-serious Marvel tone.
Yeah.
And I think that either for me as somebody who just wants to see silly stuff, that's works. I thought America Chavez is probably the worst Marvel main superhero character they have introduced to this series, to the entire MCU, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Like she's got these very important powers, and she's also Latina, and she's terrible. Like they give her like no character.
Yeah.
There's like no like anything about her. She's just like a fucking little kid who had like just nothing there for me.
She's just the what do you call it? Like in the Transformers where they got
MacGuffin?
the MacGuffin, yeah.
Yeah.
She's basically just like they gotta like carry like the sword or the
Yeah,
suit
yeah.
or whatever away from Megatron,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, so that didn't work for me at all, which is a bummer. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's the violent stuff is fun. I don't know if there's anything else to say. I think it sure feels like someone who, if you did not see WandaVision, Elizabeth Olsen being really not cool could be very confusing. Like it's a huge tonal whiplash from where we left off.
Yeah, they gave her like her actual like comic book powers.
Yeah, they gave her comic book
through WandaVision basically, as opposed to the other Marvel movies where she just like did, like red waves of like meh. It's like, oh wow, okay, cool.
And then they kill her off, but now that we've established the multiverse, it's like deaths officially don't mean anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's a lot of universes where Scarlet Witch is alive. I don't know.
That's another reason why I've checked out of these
So,
movies. It's all a waste of time.
Like
It
for
all
some people
doesn't
think that's
matter
super
at
cool, but
all.
for me, I'm like, whatever.
No.
Robert Downey Jr. is alive somewhere. He's gonna come back.
Oh please no.
Build a suit around the world. Anyways, that's Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. It is a Sam Raimi movie. People who pissed to okay, I will say that it is one of the first times Marvel has led with the director in the marketing, and it's like, this is a Sam Raimi movie, so take that for what it's worth. And a lot of people were pissed. That is like, oh, it's so silly and fucking goofy and dumb.
Oh, God forbid.
Yeah, God
your
forbid, it's
superhero
something
movie about a
different.
wizard. Oh, man.
Anyways, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is all right. Firestarter.
Liar, plants for hire.
Do you guys have anything to say about Firestarter starring
it was,
Zac Efron?
It was free on Peacock.
That's true.
That big benefit for that movie of
We
that.
got an ad for like Blue Moon Light Lager right beforehand. And we're like,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Whoa.
But that's not the beer they were drinking in the movie, so that was a big letdown for me personally.
That is true. This movie was really bad.
Yeah, this movie was really bad.
How long is it? Was it an hour 30?
I think it was a clean 90.
That's
It's
good,
around
at
there,
least.
yeah. It wasn't long, but yeah, because especially when it ended, we were like, oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
no,
guess
it
that's
does
the
just
end.
But yeah, it really is, that very like, and I get that it's based on like an old Stephen King thing, but that very old like, what if a superhero, what if you really had those powers? How hard would that be?
Whoa.
It was
You
like,
would destroy that bathroom. That was a joke we make it the whole time. That bathroom scene's very funny.
That was really funny. Yeah, because like Zac Efron and his wife were college students and they signed up for like some experimental research group where they were like, we're gonna give you superpowers, okay?
Yeah.
And they were like, sure.
Why not?
And then they escaped and are on the run and have a daughter who now has powers, and the industry wants their daughter, and it was like, this is all so much, and none of it made sense. And they're like the hierarchy of the people, like, it was confusing because at one point the president lady of that company hires a guy to come get the little girl, but then he goes to jail because he was like working as a janitor, and she was like, we're gonna reactivate you, and he's like, okay, and then he goes and fucking kills the mom and like tries to take the daughter, and then it cuts back to him and he's just imprisoned at the facility after he tried to get. It's just like, while you're watching it, you're like, yeah, and then you think about it and you're like, wait.
Huh. Didn't that? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's weird. It's a strange movie.
My longest question for this movie, or I mean, my biggest question that I answered myself after some thought was, why the fuck does this movie exist? But it feels like after it, everybody was like, what Stephen King thing can we make? And then someone chose Firestarter for some fucking reason.
I think someone
And
chose
here we are.
Firestarter,
Or was left with Firestarter.
And then I think COVID probably pushed this back, and then like, oh, we already did so much work on it. I guess we got to make the movie Firestarter.
Oh, I was gonna bring up that my friend pointed out to me how the official Firestarter Instagram, I should have pulled these posts earlier, but they were, for advertising the movie, they didn't talk about how the movie was good or anything. They were just like, Zac Efron is in it. And you can watch Zac Efron in this movie.
Firestarter movie, yeah, 3,164 followers.
Oh,
Who
that's
the
crazy.
hell?
And Carrie is one of them?
I guess.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're not here anymore. They must have just been on their story. But it was just like, it was just pictures of Zac Efron. It was like, heating up the screen now. Watch Zac Efron in our movie. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, you need your pull quotes, but when people are just saying Zac Efron stars in, then, that's difficult to do, unfortunately.
I'm looking at the premiere here.
Anything good?
No.
Why is Peacock still doing these, like, seen in theaters or free on Peacock? Because, like, I don't think that's ever...
Oh, because it didn't work out for HBO Max?
It didn't work out for HBO Max, and it's definitely never worked out for Peacock.
I think the kids' movies do, but that's
Yeah, because they're kids or idiots.
Like, that's Universal, right?
Yeah, Universal.
How long until... There's no way The Rise of Gru goes immediately to Peacock. That's too big of a movie.
I don't think so.
Banana.
Oh my god. I hated all the... We'll talk about this movie next month, but all the Minion stuff with Jurassic World.
Fuck! God damn it, we gotta wait a month to talk about that piece of shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
there was a bunch of Minions marketing in front
I
of
forgot
Jurassic
we saw
World.
that together. Yeah.
That was just like, banana, haha, dinosaur. It's like Jurassic World Dominion. All the Minions is coming soon.
Because for Universal, that's their
Dominion?
Dominion. Yeah, Dominion.
Yeah, they made that joke.
Pretty cute.
I don't think they did. I think
where
I
the hell were they?
I think they made that joke,
Did
but I'm
they?
not sure. But yeah, it was a big like. This feels like two very different crowds. At least I think. I don't know who the crowd for Minions is anymore.
Ryan?
I know the crowd for the Jurassic World movies are like straight people in their 40s. But like,
You know who likes Minions?
oh, son of a, oh no, no.
Also, like, man, we've been with Minions so long, you would think they'd be uncool at this point, or at least unpopular.
Yeah, lost some of their
Yeah,
steam or
yeah,
something,
I know.
but they're just going.
No, they are a marketing machine.
Anyways, Firestarter, nobody cares.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit.
On the count of 3.
Oh yeah, baby. I watched this one.
It's got Henry Winkler. Oh, Tiffany Haddish. I don't know what this is.
This was the one where it was the two buddies who both decide that they're gonna take their own lives, and then they just are like the one friend is like, you know what, I've had it, I'm killing myself today, and his other friend is in a mental institution, and he breaks him out, and he's like, we're gonna kill ourselves today, and he's like, all right, let's do it, and then they just spend this whole day like tying up loose ends and being like, what would you do, or like what's one thing that's been eating at you? This is our last day to be alive. We gotta make everything right in our lives. And it's very funny, but also very dark, and it goes some places, but I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny and
Okay.
very, very interesting watch. I would recommend it. And it's got, what's his name in it? Christopher Abbott, who you would remember from Possessor and It Comes at Night.
Oh, man. I
enjoy him.
vaguely remember him.
He was Riley Keough's husband in It Comes at Night. And
Okay.
the main guy in Possessor.
It's pretty short. It's an hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah, it was a quick watch, and it was fun. And it had some good drama, some good scenes, some good writing, and the main guy is also the director. I think he might have written it too. But yeah, it's got some good stuff in it.
Okay. You're the only one who saw this, Carrie. Ryan, did you see
Yes.
this?
No, I did not.
I just rented it digitally.
Okay. Well, that sounds
It wasn't going
good.
Anywhere. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Give it a watch.
Okay. Oh, that's on the count of 3, folks. Bob's Burgers, baby.
That was me.
Did you see Bob's Burgers?
I did see Bob's Burgers.
Did you see Bob's? That was my H. John Benjamin. Did you see Bob's
Did you see Bob's
Burgers?
Burgers?
Gotta
did.
go watch Bob's Burger.
Brian.
Yeah,
you
this-
know you gotta go do this.
Yeah, this is a Bob's Burgers movie.
We're all really good at that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, it's like a Bob's Burgers episode, but
Longer?
It's longer, yeah.
Oh.
And
I think you
better-
told me that there's some musical acts.
Yeah, there's some musical stuff which my parents hated because they hate musicals. Their main criticism, I think, was like, "Why were they singing so much?" It's like, who
How you
cares?
fill time in a movie.
mean, it's true.
Exactly, that is how you fill time and make like the movie feel different than the show. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's just like, you know, something happens and they have to shut down the restaurant, but like they gotta, you know, pay their rent, so they gotta come up with a way to get money so the Bob's Burgers restaurant isn't closed, and like it's fine, it's fun, it's cute.
I can't believe they haven't run into that plot, that story device.
I've seen maybe 5 episodes of
okay.
Bob's Burgers in my life. And maybe they have before. I don't know. That show's been going for a long
I've seen
time.
like about that much as well.
Yeah, I like that show.
That's inoffensive.
Yeah, it's just a nice, clean family thing.
Okay.
Good Tina content.
Good Tina content. Yeah, she has her moments. She has her moments in that
I
one.
like
Bob's
Tina.
Bob's Burgers is a weird movie to have theatrically currently.
This one was definitely This one was delayed, and it also like ran some issues with the Disney
because
acquisition. So I think, you know, it might have done. I don't know. I think Fox would have done more with it if it was just their thing, but I don't know. This had a weird history, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it seems like a weird timing.
And I don't think it did very well.
I don't think so
on
either.
the box office, but I don't know.
Oh well. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Bob's Burgers. Not much to say there. It's got sand, folks. The Innocents. Innocents. The Innocents. I don't know what this is, but I know he talks about it.
It's a Norwegian movie about a group of kids in these.
Yep, I remember this now. Okay, yep.
They're in these like apartment buildings, and the main characters are two sisters. One who's about like 12, 13, and then one who's about like 7 or 8. And the older sister is nonverbal autistic, and her younger sister has like a lot of resentments towards her and doesn't deal with it well, and like tries to like mess with her. And then she makes a connection. The older sister makes a connection with another little girl at the apartment complex, and then the younger sister becomes friends with another little boy at the apartment complex. And then once they all become closer, they realize that they all sort of have, apart from the younger sister, they all have like a psychic connection, sort of. For some reason, their powers build off of each other, and they can communicate telepathically or have some telekinetic powers. And I thought this was an interesting movie. There are some parts of it, it might have just been the mood I was in that day, but there were some parts of it that were genuinely like very tense. I'm like, oh Jesus, what's gonna happen? Because it's just unnerving to see children trying to hurt each other.
I was gonna say, is it just the kids getting up to stuff?
Yeah, and one of the kids starts to turn a little, questionable, and starts losing grip on his their powers. And not to spoil which one of the children it is, but yeah, it's a fun watch, and I'd say.
How slow is it?
It's a bit slow near the beginning, and it doesn't. I'll save you time. There's not like a big bombastic any part of it. It's a lot of small interactions between these kids and the kids and their parents, and some stuff goes very, very wrong, but
okay. Where would one watch this film?
I rented it on Amazon. I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up
it's somewhere
on like
now?
Shudder or something.
Yeah. Where to watch The Innocents?
But yeah, it was.
Oh, it's confusing it with a Netflix show from 2018.
I know, I kept getting that too.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're looking for like tense psychic children Norwegian drama, as I know a lot of us are, I would recommend it. It's a cool movie.
It seems neat. It seems like something I'd want to watch at an Alamo Draft House. That's what it looks like.
That would have been a good environment.
Yeah, it's got that vibe.
I would just like to say real quick that I received a message from my mother 2 minutes ago. Will I understand the movie Old?
Oh my god, I got an ad for that. I think it's on HBO or something.
What, Old?
Yeah, I got a pre-roll ad for it, and I was like, man,
I love Old.
I need to rewatch Old.
Anyways, what is the consensus of this room on whether or not my parents will understand the movie Old?
They'll get it.
I think they'll like it.
Yeah, I think they would love Old.
I think they'll have a good time.
My mom liked Old.
I'll say maybe.
Just the mom actress and her accent that I can't identify, and the way she delivers every line is just bizarre.
Love her. Vicky Krieps. I think she's like Austrian or something.
Oh, okay.
She's in Phantom Thread, and I love her. It was very weird to see her in jeans because I've only seen her in Phantom Thread.
Okay, well, The Innocents. It seems like if everything we said sounds at least interesting, maybe look out for it.
The poster slaps. I love that.
Yeah,
poster.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I like it a lot.
I'll describe it to the listeners. Is it
the second one?
That's a pretty good. It's like a swing, but upside down. Because
I've seen that.
That's
poster.
a pretty good poster.
Think of that one shot from Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's a good poster, folks. I would say look up that poster. That's The Innocents. Men, am I right, folks? Let's talk about him. Alex Garland is back. And he's got something to say about dudes, about fellas.
It's about time.
Guys being dudes, bad. Stop it right now.
That's it. That's the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex Garland, director of Ex Machina and Annihilation and Devs on FX. I have not seen Devs. I heard
Devs
very
is
good. I heard very good
very
things about
good.
Devs.
Came out at a not good time.
Yeah,
because
it was like early pandemic, right?
It came out like a month after the pandemic. I don't think people were in the
mood to watch
for a sad sci-fi
Alex
dystopian
Garland show. Where do we
Good, though.
where do we start with men? Okay, let's start with our expectations. I don't know. I forget how everybody felt about that movie.
I was worried.
Okay.
Oh right, I was also concerned, and then I saw it. I was like, you know what?
I was feeling optimistic,
Okay.
but on the fence.
Okay. It has been a minute since we've seen this movie, so we got Jessie Buckley. Jessie Buckley is going off to the fucking British countryside, I think. She's going to go on a little retreat for herself because her husband killed himself. Not the best, you don't want to hang around that vibe after that happens. So she's like, I'm out of here, and I'm gonna take some time. And she goes to a place that's a little weird. It's a little different.
England. Am I right, folks?
And then some weird stuff starts to happen. So that's that. Where do we start with this movie?
This movie really is Gaslight, right?
Sure.
Because she's having all these like weird interactions with men who are treating her not right, and then whenever she tries to speak up about them, all the other men are like, I don't know about that, lady. Like, You know what I mean?
Actually, we should ask Carrie. What did you think of men?
No. I got a few more things to say about it. All right.
It's a weird. I don't even know.
I thought that it was. The way I've described this movie to people is like surface level, its presentation, all of the special effects, all of the visuals, the performances, they're all fantastic. And if you don't think about it, and if you don't think about the metaphor, it's great. But once you think about the metaphor, it's like, yeah.
That's what I don't have with it. I don't think it has. It's talking a lot, but I don't think it has anything to say.
It's saying men beget men. And they're bad, because men before men is bad, and men make other men bad. Isn't that bad? To be women when men bad. Isn't that bad?
I don't know if you needed to make a whole movie.
Can't trust priest and cop when woman because men.
And that is a fair point.
And like that's true, but it's like what else you got?
What
like,
else you
you
got?
a solution.
It's a very don't look up sort of deal.
Yeah,
except with men, it's all like, am I right, folks?
Because
it's like, all right.
I thought it was fine. I like a lot of the movie, but when you think about it, it's like, yes. And it's like the whole prolonged sequence at the end, I think is fantastic and hilarious with I'll just say the transformation sequence.
Sure.
Because it's like, I thought it was fantastic, but then it's like, when you think about it, it's like, yes, I understand. And then the fact that it just goes on for so long, it's like, don't you see how much of a problem this is? It's like, yes,
it's one of those things where like, what is like actually happening in the movie? You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like, what is actually happening?
No, I think a
like,
lot of it is like a dreamy, sequency.
But then, like at the very end, like the lady shows up and like she sees the ramifications of everything, and she's just sitting outside like, oh, crazy night, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, what actually happened to you though? I'm so confused. Because it could be like a metaphor for like, men, but like why?
And also, why do we have to put Jessie Buckley through this, guys? I don't know. To get to this message, like, I don't know. I feel bad for her,
She's always dealing with men,
That's true.
That's true.
All I have to say, what I have to say, I just don't think this movie is very substantive. I think it's got some vibes, but the vibes aren't that great. Don't fucking sing, I guess, inside of a tunnel. Yeah, that's kind of how I was like, I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
It's fine. I think the performances and a lot of the like interesting visual ideas are really good, but
I think if you give this movie 5 stars and have more than 2 sentences to say on Letterboxd, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, probably not.
That's my thoughts. I don't know, Ryan. Did you have anything to say about it?
I mean, I liked it. I think more than you guys. Not like
typical.
I know. Just men. But like, yeah, the visual stuff, Jessie Buckley, and I haven't tried to think. I didn't try to dissect it too much because I just
Probably
wanted to
for the
let
best.
it like.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I like to let things just like soak over me, and then like if I really am into it, then I'll like dissect it more. But this is one where I'm like, I'm just gonna look at the surface level stuff here and just like enjoy that.
Yeah, I
I'm
think that
gonna
would be good.
make because that ending's pretty fun.
It's awesome.
It's pretty fun,
It's
and I like
awesome.
that. But I do think going forward, if Alex Garland could just focus on like his sci-fi stuff, like he has before, that'd be great because
Is Devs also sci-fi?
Devs is also sci-fi. It's more like realistic as opposed to like
Body horror.
As opposed to,
dealy.
like, body horror.
Folk horror-y adjacent.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's more like, well, this app is weird.
Great.
That's my way I'll put it.
That's fantastic.
That's
That's men. I don't know. Is there anything else
Men.
to say about it? No. Okay, man. It's fine. I don't know. It's
yeah,
alright.
it's men.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Baby.
I wanted to watch
The Lonely
this.
Island presents
Yeah.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, directed by Akiva Schaffer, starring John Mulaney and Andy Samberg as either Chip or Dale. I don't remember which one's
the only
which
solid
because
that
I
they
never really watched Chippendale.
I saw it passively as a kid while I was eating
Yeah.
breakfast or something, but I didn't.
I was not a
invest.
Disney Channel kid, so I did not know much.
I think we mentioned that nobody here knows that theme song.
I know the theme song. I just. But yeah, this is basically like Roger Rabbit. Where like
Yeah.
all the animated characters are like real
in this-
actors,
okay,
and they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like in the real world, and they just go on adventure, and you know it's like Chippendale. They had their show, the show ends, and now they're just like
Doing
both-
Comic Cons and stuff like that.
Yeah, one of them goes to Comic Con, and one of them is just like an insurance agent, which
okay.
is very funny, because it's like it's a cartoon chipmunk. That's just fun.
Okay.
But what I appreciate about this movie is it has like all that meta like humor, and it's very easy for it to be like a Ready Player One or
Sure,
or a Space
references
Jam,
or,
where
like-
it's just references to like Disney stuff, but it's not. There's references to like all sorts of animation stuff. There is like Vote for Butthead stuff on like things. There's like South Park references. There's references to all forms of like animation throughout all the different companies. Ugly Sonic is in there as well, and I just really appreciate that. It makes it feel like an actual like actual Hollywood. If it's not just these Disney animated characters running around. It's literally everyone, and there's a lot of just fun background gags that come along with that, and like the story's just like typical and like
So they get
whatever.
some mileage out of the bit.
They get some mileage out of the bit, yeah. I think the animation looks kind of cheap in a lot of places, but it is a Disney Plus.
Yeah.
thing.
Was it always planned as that?
Yeah,
Okay.
always planned as that. So, because like I never really liked how the hand-drawn animated characters, like how they look in the 3D world, they don't look quite right. They feel like kind of like mesh. I don't know what the proper animation term for that, but they just don't they don't feel as alive as they did in like other things like classic Space Jam or Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, sure. And it's
They
weird.
definitely feel like 3D models that are made to
Yes.
look 2D.
It's weird because I don't know how you do how it looked in Roger Rabbit in the original Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Being
I've
cheap
just been told it's very difficult. To do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that's the thing. You got to commit to it, right?
Mhm.
And it helps that those movies were made back then because that was what the technology that was the only way you could do it, really.
Yeah.
So it ages well because of that.
But it's a bit better because there's characters that of all different styles. J.K. Simmons plays a Gumby like
That's
claymation
great.
cop, and the stuff they do with that character and that animation style is really, really good. Like he gets stuff stuck in him. I was like, oh damn it, another penny, and stuff like that. And it's just fun, and like they play with like the world. So like there's a sequence where there's a apartment complex for animated characters, and like Chip and Dale are like, they're in the house and everything's their size, and like, where's the cops? And like, a giant person comes up to us like, hey guys, need anything? It's like, oh thanks, because like they'd be the size of the building because it's 4 tiny cartoon characters. Like, that's fine. That's a nice, fun little bit there that they have their own little thing. It's fine. It's fun. It's
I feel like I should just watch Roger Rabbit. Though.
yeah, probably.
Okay.
And the Ugly Sonic stuff is pretty good. Tim Robinson plays him. He's funny. And also, maybe Paramount did sign off on that, and it might be a parody law thing that they got.
That
away
makes
with.
that makes a lot.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. 'Cause
They-
how do you make the fucking epic movie and scary movie like?
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah.
like
It's
it's parody.
ugly Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly Sonic, a Disney original character.
Yeah,
And also,
great.
Ugly Sonic has like multiple parts in the film. He's not just a one note.
Yeah, he seems like he's like a recurring bit.
Yeah. He shows up like 3 times in the movie, and he might be the person who saves the day at the very end of the movie. I won't give details, but like they're in like a thing that's like, how are we gonna get it? You're like, oh my god, Ugly Sonic's here. It's like, yeah, it's me, guys. Very good. Lots of. It's not a great movie, but lots of fun little things. I recommend it if you have a Disney Plus thing, but don't like rush out.
All right. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, folks. I should watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Is what I'm getting from that. I should watch Cool World. I'm not gonna watch Cool World. The final movie, boy howdy, we flew past that fucking month, almost like a fucking fighter jet from the United States military, baby, flown by
The greatest goddamn military on this planet.
flown by the only pilot who's brave enough to do it, Maverick, baby, Top Gun Maverick, movie of the summer. We are finally here in the year 2022. Top Gun Maverick finally fucking came out. A movie that was supposed to come out in 2020, if I remember correctly, and getting kicked down the road because Tom Cruise was like, it has to be in a fucking movie theater, bitch. Tom Cruise, a fucking maniac, man, who does not fear death, and is maybe a questionable person and partner. But
he does tell you to turn off what's
Motion
that?
blur.
Motion
He does
blur
tell you
on
to turn off
TV.
motion blur.
So you know what? He's all right in my book.
I tell you what if it's like he's like Christopher Nolan, except Christopher Nolan's too much of a fucking coward to fucking jump off a fucking skyscraper or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Tom Cruise produced this movie, and also one of the writers from the Mission Impossible franchise. So this is a Tom Cruise ass project, and like I said, that he would not release it unless it was in a movie theater. I had no context of Top Gun. I don't give a shit about Top Gun. I never cared about Top Gun Maverick. I only started caring about Top Gun Maverick until like the early reviews started coming in and be like, this movie is fucking great, guys. And I was like, that's fucking weird. Who gives a shit about old man fucking Top Gun for the dads? You know what I'm saying? But Top Gun Maverick is a fucking fantastic movie that you do not need to have any appreciation for the original Top Gun.
Perfect.
You just have to have an appreciation for action movies of the 80s. It is a movie that is very good because Tom Cruise is a maniac who decided to use actual fighter jets, who decided to make Miles Teller, you're going to get in this fucking pool, and we're going to put a fucking air tube here, but it's going to simulate the pressure of a goddamn fighter jet. And everybody here in this room is going to go in that, and then we're going to film this fucking movie, okay? And the movie works so well because it just feels real. Like, it's just real. It just feels like there's stakes and stuff. Like, we talked about Doctor Strange at the start of the podcast, and that is a CGI-ass fucking movie. That is, like, there's some, like, Sam Raimi-isms in there. Like, the at the end of Doctor Strange when he's, like, the zombie doctor. That's fucking great. But for the most part, it just doesn't feel like a movie you can grab or feel. It's attainable. Where Top Gun Maverick totally is, and the way this movie's set up, it's like a heist movie. So like the whole movie is like, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna train all you guys to do this thing, but only one guy can train to do it, and it's fucking Tom Cruise. And he's like, I'm gonna train you guys. And John Hamm's all like, you gotta train them to do this, and he's like, but they're gonna die. And John Hamm's like, the mission is to do the mission, Tom. But he's like, they're gonna come back home. And so Tom Cruise is here to train them to do the mission and come back home, but push their limits. And then it was like, nobody can do this, Tom. No one can fucking do this. And then Tom Cruise does it at the end of the movie. He's like, I'm gonna make them believe. And he does the fucking run, the little trench run test thingy. And everybody's like, all right, we can do it. And so when the whole movie is basically prepping for this thing, like a lot of like dumb fucking 80s training montages and shit like that. And then so like when they get to the thing, they have like 3 minutes to do the thing, and because we've run through so many simulations about it, and it feels like there's a shit ton of stakes. Like like this heist can go wrong, and so you're like on the edge of your seat for the whole thing. And again, it's like real fighter jets, and so there's just weight to the movie, and I think that's why it's good. The writing is terrible. It is awful. There's a Jennifer Connelly fucking romance that is just god awful. Like the first half of that movie focuses on that stuff, and it's all like all the people who fucking gave this movie like 5 stars are fucking liars, because it is awful. But once it gets to the good old fucking 80s action movie, yeah, fucking swords. It's fucking great. Yeah, Top Gun Maverick's fucking good. It's probably depending on the day you catch me, it's either Everything Everywhere All at Once or Top Gun Maverick is my favorite movie of the year. It is very good. I could probably. If that movie's not nominated for some technical Oscars, they're fucking maniacs who hate this goddamn country.
A Tom Cruise like U.S. military action movie has a better chance winning Oscars
than Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Than a lot of other Hollywood action movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, like problems with this movie is like the romance is stupid, the fact that it is American propaganda, and also
what
the whole time the mission they never say, because they have to bomb a fucking, they have like some nuclear weapons.
I've heard about this.
It's all like
enemy country.
the enemy country. Where? I don't know. I don't know where they're at.
Mars?
So I don't fucking know. Yeah, Maverick, we gotta go to a fucking different planet to fucking, Martians. Yeah, they never say who the fuck is who. And also, it takes place, it's again very 80s movie, because it's like the underdogs, it's like this fucking baseball group who's all like, these kids, they don't fucking gotta look at, they don't got like, the proper equipment, they don't got anything, all they got is spirit. And it's all like, so like, they play that with our team here who's gonna run this mission, it's like, these are all U.S. This is the U.S. military, and somehow they do not have the most high tech fighter jets. So like the enemy, they got the most fucking, these fucking fighter jets, dude. They like can go into space. They're fucking crazy. Yours is like you're a fucking little fucking dinky little tyke automobile. They're gonna fucking kill you on the spot because the U.S. military can't afford the. It's ridiculous. What reality do we live in that the U.S. military is not the most armed fucking... It's so stupid. So yeah, all that aside, but if you're there for just a fun action movie, I think...
Or the military had more funding, then...
Exactly.
Oh.
That's the problem. 100%. But yeah, this movie made me say that I should watch the Mission Impossible movies. I should really watch it, because if I love that, like, yeah. And the fact I saw they played the new Mission Impossible trailer before this movie, and it very much felt like it was played the way a Marvel movie was played, but like Tom Cruise is the superhero and shit, and it's all like, all right, I guess these movies are like fun, like they play in the way like a Fast and Furious, like the moments that are for me they're like that are supposed to make you pop. I could feel like this trailer has moments that like. If you're a Mission Impossible Tom Cruise, you're like, fucking yeah, let's go! Especially because it's like, Mission Impossible, ba-ba-da, part 1. It's like, fucking let's go! So I should watch Mission Impossible. Top Gun Maverick, it's pretty good, folks. I recommend it. Movie of the summer. Better than Jurassic World Dominion, that's for goddamn sure.
Okay.
That's how the Lady Gaga song. I did not like it at first, but it grew on me.
I hadn't listened to it at all. I heard part of it at Target because I was browsing. You know how when you're in the music movie section, they have those big screens and they play part of the Lady Gaga Gaga song, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah,
That's
she
pretty
is
good.
fucking going.
I love all the Lady Gaga songs where it's just like a slow ass song, and she's like, I'm just gonna like yell. Is that okay?
Yeah,
And it's like
100%.
yes, I love that. Please.
That's the other thing. The one thing this movie has is I won't spoil how this movie starts because it's pretty incredible, but it does have a credit of Lady Gaga and Hans Zimmer
Oh.
because they worked on
Hell
the actual
Yeah.
soundtrack, and I was like, that's something.
Hell yeah.
You say whatever you want. That's
You can't say that about every movie.
yeah. That's pretty
Where do I sign up for the military?
Top Gun. That's Top Gun Maverick, folks. And that's the movies of May. I'm gonna fucking this goddamn document died on me. June. You're definitely getting this podcast at the end of June. And we've probably seen most of these movies here. But let's talk about them in a not specific and predict the quality of these, such as Crimes of the Future. David Cronenberg. Who can say if that movie has weird chairs that like make you chew stuff easier or whatever the hell?
I would never have thought that from the trailer. So it's
Yeah.
funny that you would say something like that.
Anyways, Crimes of the Future, new David Cronenberg movie. What's The Watcher?
Watcher is a Micah Monroe Shudder movie that I went to the theater, and when the Shudder logo showed up, I was like, "Oh, son of a."
Damn it.
Yeah. Because I just got my Shudder subscription back. It's like, oh, well, that's $12 I'm not getting back. But this is just like she moves to a new town with her husband, and there's
Ooh.
someone in the building across the street
Watching
from her
her?
who is always watching her every time she looks out the window. And she's like, men, am I right? And she talks to her like, it's all misunderstanding. She's like, I don't think it's all misunderstanding, and it's a
Ooh,
thriller.
I like the vibes.
The vibes are pretty good. and-
She's the person on the other side of the rear window, guys.
Yeah, exactly,
Apartment.
exactly.
Just like this fucking guy.
But yeah, Micah Monroe being
This
watched.
looks alright.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Shudder,
Yeah.
so I would watch it on Shudder.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
AMC Plus fucking sucks ass. Donna Joe, person I'm going to marry, who I love very much,
Uh-huh.
subscribe to AMC Plus so we can watch Better Call Saul through the web browser. So we can't watch it on any goddamn app because AMC Plus has no goddamn apps and it comes with Shudder. But I have to watch it on a fucking web browser and it's terrible. That's a call out for Donna Joe who's not listening to this podcast.
What? What the hell?
She's gonna marry you, and she's not listening to your own podcast.
I know.
Babe, I love you, but there's limits, all right?
Anyways, congrats to people who can watch Shudder on an app like a fucking modern civilized.
Yeah, these two people over here.
Well, Watcher looks pretty good though. I like the vibes of that. Dash Cam.
This is another movie by the host guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh shit.
I know. I've heard it's not that great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard that this was bad.
Well, you know, it's coming
yeah.
I'll
out.
still watch it.
Yeah,
I
same.
like the art here on the letterbox.
Yeah.
It's still a pandemic movie, huh?
Yeah, pandemic movie, but filmed on a dash cam.
Huh.
That was
I
his
like
big.
that. Yeah,
I don't think.
I get dash cam videos on my TikTok all the time, and those are pretty spooky, but
Pretty
it's usually just
scary.
car crashes.
Well, you know, it could just be that for 90 minutes.
I'd rather it not be that.
But yeah, I don't know if this is I can't remember if this was a Shudder thing or it's through someone else, but
I don't know.
it's supposed to come out this month officially. It was at like a festival last year, but I don't know. It's coming out. Dashcam, baby.
Well, according to the poster, every time you think it can't get any nuttier, it proves you wrong.
Oh, that sounds,
Nuttier.
That sounds
Nuttier. Nuttier was the word they chose for the
Nuttier.
poster. Okay.
Sounds like Over the Hedge too.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's been too long since I've seen Over the Hedge.
Has it? It's been too long.
I think about it once in a while. Like that movie. It's got Bruce Willis as a raccoon.
True.
Uh-huh.
Very true.
Not every movie can
And
say that.
Avril Lavigne as a possum.
Very true.
Jurassic World Dominion. We'll talk about it eventually.
Should I watch Fallen Kingdom?
It's worse than Dominion, I
Really?
think. I mean, it's up in the air. I've seen people being like, man.
Because I was trying to remember what you had told me about Fallen Kingdom on the podcast we did 2 years ago, basically. And I was like, all I remember is...
Well, there's a clone.
All I
lady.
remember was there was a cloned little girl.
That's all you needed to know.
And somehow that was a very
Very
plot
important.
to this
Very important. that she's a clone.
But I thought it'd be about dinosaurs, but I guess I'm not.
You should
correct.
watch Jurassic Park.
I need to rewatch the original Jurassic Park.
Great,
That is
big
true.
fan. Lightyear.
Put a bullet in my head.
Cha Cha Real Smooth. This is Dakota
This looks fun.
Johnson, right? Yeah. I don't know. I saw this trailer and I thought it was all right. So there's like
something.
there's like a guy who like moves into like an apartment. No, he's an entertainer. He's like you hire him to like start a party, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes,
Yeah.
party starter.
Party started.
Like Firestarter, but a little
Oh
different.
no!
And then Dakota Johnson's there, and they're like, "Ooh, what's up? What's this relationship? This is crazy."
Are you Dakota Johnson? I loved you on Ellen.
Single-handedly killed the Ellen show.
Yeah. Not everyone can say that.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I think this looks all right.
I'm excited for it.
Okay.
It looks
This
like
is
a nice,
Apple
fun, cute thing.
TV Plus.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Yeah. That's something.
The black phone.
The black phone. People
I
are
can't
saying
believe this is-
things about the black
I can't
phone.
believe this movie's finally coming out.
It does feel like forever,
It's
man.
been a while.
Why has Blumhouse been showing the trailer for this movie for over a year?
It was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year.
Oh, it was?
wasn't
Okay, I thought it was fucking
I think-
crazy.
I think so.
Because I was like, I thought this was
I
like
think it was supposed to come out a few months ago and it got pushed back.
Really? I don't remember.
Don't quote me
To
on
the
that, but I
summer?
think it's a big Ethan Hawke. Is a big Blumhouse draw, George. Haven't
that
you
is
heard
true.
of Sinister?
I like his daughter. She's pretty cool.
Nice.
She's in Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Stanger Things.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to watch
Oh,
it.
my
I just,
God.
watch it.
it's just
Yeah.
weird that it's
Yeah.
been pushed so bad.
I've
heard
I
it's
thought it was
I've heard
crazy.
it's pretty good.
I completely forgot about it until we've been getting these terrible YouTube ads
I know.
on fucking
I
Alamo
really
Draft
like that
House.
trailer guy is back. He's like the black phone.
The black phone.
Remember, turn off your phone, the black phone.
Turn off your phone.
Turn off your black phone.
The black phone. is
I'm
real.
excited. It'll be fun.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited for it. I like Ethan Hawke. It looks stupid. It's
Yeah,
great.
Hell yeah.
Probably good. But yeah. What's his name? Director of the first Doctor Strange. I can't remember his name.
Sam Derrickson.
Yeah, something Derrickson. Yeah.
Something.
Scott Derrickson.
Scott
Scott
Derrickson.
I almost said Scott Eastwood. And that was
No,
not
no.
correct. That was not correct. Did I do it?
Mad God. I don't know what
Mad
this
God,
is.
this is on Shudder now. I found out today.
Oh Christ.
I know, right? I might watch it
Do
this
it.
weekend. But this movie has been in the works for 30 years,
Yeah, it's
right?
a really long time.
Yeah.
It's like a
Stop motion.
stop
Whoa.
motion by Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
He's like done visual effects on a bunch of fucking
stuff, including the Twilight
I
movies.
saw that.
Yeah.
Twilight movies, Jurassic Park movies,
Ooh,
Star
that sounds
Wars
good.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Greg have been searching high and low for this movie for the last like year and a half, and it's only coming out.
Or out now, maybe.
Well, it is. I think I heard that it was gonna be on Shudder, but they're also playing it at the Alamo July 6th.
So you may just wait.
I bought tickets,
Oh,
so
okay.
wait,
So you
I'm
wait.
gonna wait.
Also,
I'm gonna
July is
wait.
like a week and a half.
Yeah,
from now, so.
it's not too far away, and I'd rather watch
That
it
looks
in the
cool.
theater, but
Give me
yeah,
the
it's
where
gonna
you're
be
sitting
awesome.
if you don't know.
Hell yeah, I will.
That looks
let you
cool as
know.
hell. Okay, that was great. Mad God, folks. Marcel at the show with shoes on.
Yeah, baby. What, George?
I'm not
This
charmed by this.
How are you
show.
not? It's Marcel!
I mean, this is the guy who doesn't like Paddington, too.
That
This
is
guy's
true.
impossible to charm,
Yeah,
unless
it's
you're
impo-
Tom Cruise, apparently.
Oh yeah, I hate that bear, but that my man Tom Cruise. Not only does he have great opinions on like religion, but the U.S. military, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems fun, and I remembered when the Marcel the Show with Shoes on video came out in like 2010, and I was like, oh wow, that's cute. And then
It's
I'm like,
very
oh
cute.
shit.
I rewatched them after I first saw the show because I had no idea there was a movie that coming out.
Yeah, me neither.
And then I was like, whoa, Marcel, she's back.
I remember I showed the trailer to Greg, and because I thought he would have seen that video, and he was like, "Am I supposed to know what this is?" And I'm like, "Greg,
You
it's Marcel the Show with Shoes on."
Yeah.
If you do this to us again,
I know he keeps breaking my heart.
I mean, I might watch it, but
you might.
yeah, I don't know.
I'll drop anything for Marcel.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, that's
fake
coming.
fans on this podcast. Fake fans.
Flux Gourmet.
What's
Hell
that,
yeah.
Carrie?
It's
I'm looking at it. And I like
I
what I'm.
haven't-
like what I'm
I
seeing.
haven't watched the trailer yet, but it's by the same guy who did fucking In Fabric.
Oh.
That was a weird movie.
What I love that movie. One other thing. What else did he do? Oh, and Barbarian Sound Studio, a movie that I also enjoy. And Field Guide to Evil, which I assume he just directed one segment of, which was a kind of weird movie, but this looks like
one.
This looks like a culinary horror weird ass movie, and if it's from the guy who gave me Barbarian Sound Studio and In Fabric, I need to hear.
And it also has Gwendolyn Christie of In Fabric. And Asa Butterfield. It's been a minute since I've seen that guy.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that. That's
he's
also
got Sex Education? I didn't know that.
That's also playing at the Alamo sometime next month.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, Elvis. Man. They're already doing the press tour I've seen, so...
Guys. It's so weird. Like, Baz Luhrmann is literally the only person alive who could make an Elvis biopic my most anticipated movie of the summer. Guys. Weird. What do you mean?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm ready for whatever the hell.
It's gonna be awesome.
I just feel so bad that there are people out there who are since going into this not comprehending what they're signing up for. Like, sincerely,
they're like,
oh
boy,
Elvis.
I loved that Judy Garland biopic movie. Maybe this will be like that. No, absolutely not. Those people are gonna have seizures.
Oh man.
Oh, guys, it's been so long since we've had a Baz Luhrmann movie in the theaters. Can we just... I know I'm the only one
Has it really been... Because he did the Netflix show that nobody watched.
I don't think he's done anything else since Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
it's been
a decade.
10 years.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Well, I mean, I'm going to watch it, and I'll take it in for whatever it is. But I have no expectation other than it's going to be nonsense.
It's going to be nonsense. It's going to be trash. There's going to be anachronistic music. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody at 4,000 miles an hour or whatever that guy said.
Please,
it's going to be great.
Please, no.
What do you have to lose, Ryan? Actually, you were having a terrible day. Remember we watched The Great Gatsby. I remember that.
I was having a bad day, but there was other things going on that day. But yeah, that did not help. But yeah, I don't care about Baz Luhrmann. I'm sorry. And I'll watch it, for my friends and the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, this trailer just seems so like it feels like every one of these movies. They're all so
I don't know. It's got a little something in it, but
I'm so excited.
But like the pitch of it is the same as all of them.
I haven't looked at. Has the full soundtrack been listed? Is it out yet?
Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at it either.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, I've heard fun things. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Anyways, that's the podcast, folks. That's all we got for June. Man, this is not a lot actually. We're halfway through June right now.
I know.
And when's Elvis coming out then?
Next week.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff comes out next week.
Or what day is it?
Oh, because it's 4th of July week, right? They want to get ahead of it.
Yeah, 24th is.
Top Gun Maverick's gonna be #1 again, baby. Get ready for that.
I don't know. Marcel's coming.
I guess. Anyways, that's a podcast. Where can people find your opinions about movies, Ryan?
If you go on Letterboxd and look for Film Piece, that is me. I have thoughts on films, and sometimes
maybe Fallen Kingdom. Don't watch Fallen Kingdom.
Sometimes I articulate my thoughts. Sometimes it's just the first random thing that comes into my head.
Hell yeah.
Who knows what it is?
Hell yeah.
Carrie.
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie. You can find my Lightyear review. Very in depth.
It was very in depth. I was proud of it when I saw it.
I really have no interest in that at all.
You shouldn't.
I need to watch it just to get it over with.
It's you'll be mad and that'll be funny. So.
Okay, awesome. I love that. I just love how, and I don't want to spoil too much, for our actual review of it, but your roommate and our friend Greg was very excited for it, and I love how you said yeah, Carrie, you were right.
The whole time, he was like, I just don't get why you think it's gonna be bad. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do you think it's gonna be good? Oh, I felt really bad. He was really depressed after the movie.
The thing about Lightyear is I don't hate Toy Story. I like Buzz Lightyear. They had a Buzz Lightyear TV show, the cartoon show.
Greg loves that.
That's a good show. I like that show. This is not the vibes.
No. This
Anyways.
is way stupid.
Anyways, you can find me, George, at jcruzalvarez26 on Twitter and Letterboxd. The Batman was early this year, huh?
Yeah,
That's
March.
fucked up. That's fucked up,
That
man.
is fucked up.
That's crazy.
Good movie though.
Anyways, until next time, don't watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Bye-bye.
Oh no!